In the dusty morning heat near the Texas border, Agent Marcus Reed, a proud black Border Patrol officer, adjusted his badge as the sun rose behind him. He had served for more than 10 years, calm, disciplined, and respected among his peers. To Marcus, wearing that green uniform was not just a job. It was a duty to protect, to serve, and to represent integrity in a place where suspicion and tension often ran high. That morning, a silver SUV came speeding toward the checkpoint. The driver, a middle-aged white woman named Karen Wilkins, looked agitated. Her sunglasses hid her eyes, but her attitude was loud enough. Marcus stepped forward, signaling for her to stop. "Good morning, ma'am." "Border checkpoint inspection," he said with his usual calm. Karen scoffed, tapping her manicured fingers on the steering wheel. "Are you serious? I'm an American citizen. Why don't you stop them instead?" She pointed rudely to a nearby Latino family waiting patiently in line. Marcus kept his tone even. "Ma'am, it's standard procedure. I just need to ask a few questions." But her anger grew like fire. "Don't you ma'am me? I pay taxes that fund your salary. You should be thanking me, not harassing me." Marcus felt the sting of her words, but he stayed composed. Years on the job had taught him to stay professional, especially when prejudice hid behind arrogance. He noticed the trembling in her hands, the restless tapping. Something was off. "I'll need to check your trunk," Marcus said firmly. That's when Karen snapped. She slammed her door open and stormed out, shouting, "You're just picking on me because I'm white. You people think you own this country now." Every officer in the area froze. Cameras rolled from dashboard mounts, recording everything. Marcus stepped back slightly, keeping his hands visible. "Ma'am, calm down. Please return to your vehicle." But she lunged forward and shoved him. The impact wasn't hard, but the meaning was brutal. She spat, calling him names that hadn't been spoken aloud since darker days in history. Within seconds, backup arrived. Officers restrained her gently as she screamed, "This is ridiculous!" "I'll have your job, you hear me? A black man telling me what to do. Unbelievable." Marcus didn't respond. He simply walked away, his heart heavy but steady. He knew that silence was sometimes the strongest response to hate. When the investigation ended, footage showed everything, every word, every shove, every hateful insult. Social media lit up. Within hours, #JusticeForMarcus began trending nationwide. Karen's lawyer tried to spin the story, claiming she was emotionally distressed. But the evidence was undeniable. She was charged with assault on a federal officer and verbal harassment under racial discrimination statutes. In court, Marcus sat quietly as she ranted about being targeted. The judge, unimpressed, handed down not just community service, but a heavy civil lawsuit for emotional and professional damages. Karen lost her job, her reputation, and her arrogance. Months later, Marcus received a letter, not from her, but from her teenage daughter, Lily. The handwriting was shaky but sincere. "Mr. Reed, I'm sorry for what my mom said. I grew up hearing those words and thought they were normal. But after what happened, I've learned how wrong they were. I'm starting a school project about racism and fairness because of you. Thank you for showing strength instead of hate." Marcus read it twice. For the first time since that day, he smiled. The letter meant more than any lawsuit victory. It meant progress. He framed the letter and hung it beside his badge, because to him it wasn't about revenge, it was about respect, justice, and change. And as the sun set that evening, the same border road gleamed golden again. The world might still have its Karens, but as long as there were people like Marcus, there was still hope that dignity would always win. Prejudice blinds the heart and destroys the soul, but respect and integrity remain the strongest weapons against hate. Justice may take time, but it never forgets. Thanks for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.